Todd, you indicated you might find something out about your club in the 2 games heading into this swing. I know it's incomplete and there's still 19 games left, but what have you found out to this point?
Well, on the swing, we got on a plane a couple days ago in Edmonton, and nobody was happy with the input into the games, never mind the outcome. And these last 2 nights, I think we've become a pretty scrappy team. I have no complaints about the work ethic or the input into the game. Obviously, we'd like better results. We'd like to find a way to give our goaltender, who played extremely well again tonight, some run support. But we're playing against, we're stepping into the ring with Muhammad Ali right now with some of these teams, and we're able to stay in until the late rounds. But I mentioned yesterday after the game in LA, we're not, or even this morning in the media scrum, we're not, that's not good enough. We've got to find ways to win. Just hanging with teams isn't good enough, but we needed to reestablish the input part, and I think we've done that to this point. We need some rest and regroup and play against a team that drilled us a couple of weeks ago in New York. Maybe we can continue to be a scrappy group and test them as well.
When you look at just what you've seen out of this club after the last week, these last 2 nights, do you think maybe they prove something to themselves that they can play against some of the better teams and just continue to push forward?
Well, they knew that before. We just tried to do it via shortcuts for a little while, and that doesn't work. So I think more importantly, we found that part out. We've been able to play with some of the good teams all season. Are we able to beat them consistently? No, because our record would be much better. But to stay in it and to battle and to compete with them, I think we knew that. The lesson came in the lack of drive and effort in Edmonton in the homestand. So we're back to the work ethic and the competitiveness, and now we've got to find ways to scrap our way into some wins.
Ultimately, that's how you have to play in this conference, right? This is the.
Well, you do. You have to check your butts off to win, and the team we played tonight's probably found that out more than anybody. They probably approached the game to score and win early in the year, and they figured out if they check and play a real scrappy game, they win a lot. And I think they've won 22, 23 games since Christmas. So that's a lesson we can all look at. I was concerned about the spirit when we left Edmonton to come here, and at this point I don't have that concern. I think it's back in there and it's where it needs to be. We'll need to get a reward at some point. 1 point helps a little bit, but we'll need more.
That run support, how do you get that at the expense of all the good things that you saw here?
Well, power play, we went against number 2 penalty kill tonight. I think number 3 last night. The power play has to get you one. Couple opportunities, maybe more last night than tonight, in and around the blue paint. Pucks on some really talented players, and it doesn't quite go in. So we'll find ways to get that. Maybe get a little dirtier in the blue paint, shots through a little bit more. But it's going to have to be scrappy from now to the end of the year.
These last 2 games, are you finding out more about your young defensemen, and if so, what is it?
Yeah, you know what? The back end had to handle big bodies, had to handle strong cycles, quick, crafty players. These last 2 nights, you look at Osterley and Clendenning and those type of players, they're getting their feet wet real quick against some good teams. And we've got to keep putting them out. That's what we have. And hopefully they keep getting better.